Today on the farm, we're extending our dahlia field, and I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to show you how we build our rows. The tools you're going to need is a long hand shovel, some concrete pins to go in the ground, a hammer to knock the concrete pins in, a brick string line, a tape measure, this is one of the most important things, a metal rake preferably, and some star droppers. So my first step is I'm going to measure my walkway. Our walkways are 600 and our garden beds we make 800 wide so we can fit our rotary hoe all the way through. So that's 600 wide there. I'll knock my concrete pin in. Thanks, buddy. And I'm going to do the same on the other side as well, so I've got a nice straight walkway. Now that we have our concrete pins in either end, I'm going to start up the rotary hoe and I'm going to do 2 passes to loosen up the dirt of the walkway. Make sure you wear safety gear when you operate this. Make sure you have some earmuffs and some safety glasses as well. Good soil here. Is anyone sharing my excitement or? Now that we have our pins in and we know how wide our walkway is and how wide our garden bed is, we're going to set up our brick line. So I'm just going to put it on the first pin, walk it all the way through. And what I do to tighten the brick line is I do 2 loops around and then it pinches itself through here. You want to make sure you pull it nice and tight as well. Now that we have our string line set up, this will be our walkway and this will be our garden bed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and dig out the walkway on top of the garden bed, and that's going to make the raised look effect. So once you've dug out the walkway, this is what it's going to look like. Nice smooth walkway behind me and a nice raised garden bed to the side. And what we'll do, we'll dig out the walkway on the other side as well. But before we do that, we're going to add some organic compost to the garden bed row. Now that I have my organic compost in the wheelbarrow, I'm going to use a full wheelbarrow load for about 2 square metres. Now that I've got my compost laid on the garden row, now I'm just going to smooth it out with a rake. After I smooth it all out with a rake, I'm going to get the rotary hoe again and do another 2 passes through just to mix the organic compost in with the soil. Now that that's done, all I've got to do is run through with the rake and smooth out the whole row. I've finished smoothing out this row and I've continued this method all the way through to finish the rest of the garden beds. I hope my first video was helpful. If you have any questions, pop it in the comments, and in my next video, I'm going to show you how to set up irrigation for these garden beds.